Welcome back to Hot Button Sports. My name is James Bryan, bringing you some Nova Scotia U15 major action at the St. Margaret Centre in St. Margaret's Bay, Nova Scotia, between the Gulls and the Novas. Gulls coming into this game, first place in the league. The Novas are third. We are in for a good one here on this Sunday afternoon, folks. And the puck will drop here shortly. Puck drop. Won by the Gulls. It's Sears. Sears up to McMullen. McMullen passes up. Collected behind by the Gulls is Kennedy. Kennedy up to Sears. Sears dropped to Cranston. Cranston up to Cannon. Oh, just hits it on the stick. Cannon's got a nice chance here. Cannon waits for it. Pass back to Greenwood. Greenwood shot. Hits the roof, and we will get a offensive zone face-off here upcoming. Gulls coming into this game not having lost a game in regulation. They are 12-0-1 so far this regular season. Good for 35 points and first place in the league, as mentioned earlier. Face-off coming up. Won by Jollymore. Jollymore back to Douglas. Douglas to Kennedy. Kennedy shot. Hits the roof again. And we'll have another offensive zone face-off as the roof continues to be an obstacle here for the Gulls, which it really shouldn't be, or that's how it is. And we will get another line change. Cranston line only off for a second as the puck will drop. One by the Novas. It's McDonald. McDonald up the boards to McDonald. McDonald shot by Sears. Save. Cranston back out. Now here come the Gulls. Cannon on the back. Cannon on the check. Good. Taken away by Sears. Sears. Pass back. A nice check by the Novas. It's Duggan. Duggan trying to get taken away by Ruiz. Ruiz up to Sears. Sears up to Cannon. Cannon tries to make a move past Frazier. Sears with it. Puck taken by the nose behind the net. Pass up to Duggan. Duggan up to McDonald. Taken away by Chase Noel of the Gulls. Now the nose will collect it again. Down here is Frazier. Frazier. Pass to McIsaac. McIsaac going for a skate now. Colton McIsaac. Shot. Turned away by Espa. Espa played up to Calvert. Calvert. Pass to Zwicker. Zwicker to Levy. Levy down. Tries to find Calvert. Calvert digs in. Luca Calvert battle for the puck behind the net. Levy gets it out front. Levy. Pass to Henneberry. Henneberry. Angles down to Levy. Now Novas will take it away. Here's Duggan with the puck. McDonald with the puck. McDonald taken away by Calvert. Taken by Austin. Calvert still digging on it. Now here's Henneberry. Henneberry. Pass to Noel. Noel back to Henneberry. Henneberry back to Dufour. Dufour up to Zwicker. Zwicker tried to drop pass to Levy. No good. Taken away by Sampson. Sampson shot. Pucked out front, and that will be covered up by Wyatt Espa. Nice chance there for Asher Sampson, the Hockey Nova Scotia product. However, Espa will make a save, and we will have a face-off in the Novas offensive zone. First time you have heard that today. Ref gets in the middle of them there. Slides back out. Puck is dropped. Face off. Taken away by the Gulls. Here's Kennedy with it. Kennedy. Kennedy still with it. Kennedy looking for a pass. Up to Douglas. Douglas gets past Frazier. Now here comes Douglas with burst of speed. Caught by Purcell. Purcell tips a shot in. Marquette kicks it in. Oh, almost. Could have been extremely costly. Error there for the Novas. However, Marquette is able to cover, and we will have a face-off in the Gulls offensive zone. Looked like Marquette almost kicked the puck back into his own net after an odd bounce off the boards. However, he prevents it from going in. Now Jollymore to Levy. Levy back to Ruiz. Ruiz down to Levy. Back up to Ruiz. Ruiz down. Up. Now here come the Novas with it. It's Peoples. Peoples. Shot. Hits the post. Rings on the post. Ruiz kicks out. Puck is still loose. Peoples gets it back. Peoples. Making a play. Peoples shot. Saved by Espa. Kicked out. Out to McDonald. McDonald. Pass to McMullen. McMullen shot. Tipped in traffic. Austin now with it. Austin. And this will be taken away by the Gulls. Now here's Levy. Levy. Up to Nordine. Nordine to Ruiz. Ruiz up to Sears. Sears. Shot. Hits the mesh. And we'll have a stoppage here with 11:17 to go in the first period. Gulls getting a lot of shot chances off, however, not many of them are hitting the net. They've had a couple hit the roof, a couple hit the mesh. As it shows on the scoreboard, they only have one shot. A couple hit the back of the boards. Face off won by the Gulls. Out to McMullen. McMullen up to Duggan. Diker. Nice move here to Sampson. Sampson shot, scores! Asher Sampson, with his 14th of this season, puts the Novas up 1-0. And as hold the line plays, Asher Sampson pushes the line as the Novas take a 1-0 lead here early in the first. Pass up to Dickers to Crawford to Dykers. Back down to Sampson. Sampson skates through. Sampson falls to one knee, takes a shot, blocked out front. Played by Cranston now. Cranston pass by McMullen. McMullen shot, trickles away. Collected by Dykers. Cut by McDonald. McDonald shoots it in. McDonald play behind the net by Paxton Kennedy. Kennedy kicked out to Greenwood. Greenwood up to Cannon. Oh, here comes Miller Cannon. Cannon going around. Cannon kick out to Kennedy. Kennedy to Greenwood. Greenwood shot. Hits the mesh. And once again, another Gulls shot does not hit the net, so we will have another Gulls face-off in the offensive zone. 5 minutes into this game, Gulls have had many shot chances, yet only one has hit the net, as previously stated. Face-off 1-0 to Douglas. Douglas to Henneberry. Henneberry shot down. Played by Pelham. Pelham, and that will be a trip. Looks like that's going to Parker Douglas. We'll get the call here in a second. 2 minutes for boarding, looks like it. And the Novas will get the first power play of the game. Big chance here to add to their 1-0 lead as the puck is dropped. Won by the Gulls. Up to Nordine. Nordine digging in. Nordine chips it out. Marquette. McDonald with the puck behind the net. McDonald. Up to Frazier. Frazier takes a tumble down. Kennedy now. Kennedy falls down. Collected behind by Austin. Austin out to the D. Here's Frazier with it. Frazier to McDonald. McDonald. McDonald up to Sampson. Sampson going for a skate. He's already got one. Sampson. Pass to McDonald. McDonald back down to Sampson. Sampson back up to McDonald. McDonald to Frazier. Frazier shot. Saved by Espa. Frazier still with the puck. Frazier kicks it down. Collected by Peoples. Or no, never mind. The puck will be taken away by Calvert. Calvert to Jollymore. Jollymore chips it up. Saved by Mombercat. And now Alex McDonald will play the puck behind the net. 40 seconds remaining here on this Nova's power play as McMullen gets the puck. McMullen now up to Crawford. Crawford. Back to McMullen. McMullen. Pass. Shot. Just wide. Crawford gets the rebound. Pass out to McMullen. McMullen back to Crawford. Crawford. Out front. Shot. Just high. Nice shot by Rain McDonald. And McMullen will play the puck here. 10 seconds remaining here on this power play. Gonna have to get something going here. McMullen pass to Crawford. Crawford skates through, and that would be a successful penalty kill for the Gulls. Nova's getting some good sustained pressure there, however, unable to put the puck in the net. It is still a 1-0 hockey game. Good kill there by the Gulls. Cranston to take the draw. Face-off won by the Novas. Oh, Sears comes through. McDonald now with the puck. McDonald shoots it down. McDonald to Noel. Noel to Dufour. Dufour up. Played by McDonald. McDonald down to Dufour. Dufour over to Noel. Noel to Cannon. Cannon to Noel. Noel up to Cranston. Here comes a 2-on-1 here. Cranston shot, scores! What a shot by Bowen Cranston as he ties this game up 1 apiece. What a nice shot by Bowen Cranston, ringing the puck off the post. His 21st of the season, league-leading 37th point, and the things he is doing as a first year are truly remarkable. Face off here at center ice. Won by the Novas. Back to Frazier. Frazier shoots down. Saved by Espa. Comes out to Sampson. Sampson, puck played now by Jollymore. Jollymore up to McKinnon. Now here's Kennedy with it. Kennedy up to McKinnon. McKinnon up to Frazier. McDonald to Frazier. Frazier shot down. Doesn't hit the net. McKinnon now with it. Charlie McKinnon with the puck. McKinnon shoots it down. Mombercat plays puck behind the net. Up now to McDonald. Donald up, intercepted by the Gulls. Here is Pelham. Pelham. Down, play by Frazier. Now here's Sampson with it. Sampson down to McDonald. McDonald up, kept in by Ruiz. Kept in by the Gulls. Here's Pelham with it. Pelham to Levy. Levy played out. Here's Dykes. Dykers. Come on. Ruiz with the puck now. Ruiz up to Calvert. Calvert can't hit the stick there. Taken away by McDonald. McDonald to McMullen. McMullen up to Duggan. Duggan takes a tumble there. Duggan stays on his feet with the puck now. Shot down. Played by Henneberry behind the net. Henneberry. Up to Pelham. Henneberry to Calvert. Loses it. Back to Henneberry. Espa kicked out. Oh, miscommunication there by the goalie and the forward. McDonald. Now up to Ruiz. Ruiz up to Cannon. Here comes Cannon. He's got some speed on him. Cannon loses it. Kicked up now to the Novas. Here's McIsaac with it. Kept in by Cranston. McDonald with the puck. McDonald now. Pass to McMullen. McMullen up to McIsaac. McIsaac to Duggan. Duggan chips it down. Chips it to Dufour. Dufour up to Sears. Sears across to Cannon. Cannon gets it. Cannon's got a man to beat. Can't get by him. Played by Frazier. Sears now with the puck. Sears takes a tumble, and that will be a penalty. Sears a bit shaken up after that one. Looks like his stick might have broke too, or somebody's stick broke. What is that? Yeah. Looks like 2 pieces of Rain McDonald stick. And his parents are not going to be happy about that one. So now Lincoln McDonald will go to the box, and the Gulls will get their first power play of the game with 4:34 to go in the first period. I'll tell you what, the Gulls, with this lethal penalty unit, this is not a team you want to be taking penalties against, especially stupid penalties like that. Sears wins the draw. Sears to Cannon. Cannon. Poked away by the Novas, and the puck will get sent down by Colin Crawford. Played up by Espa. Espa to Cannon. Loses it. Here's Crawford with it. Crawford. Shot saved by Espa. Could have been deadly there. Crawford kicks it back to McMullen. McMullen. Shot down. Played by Crawford now. Ruiz up to Sears. Sears shot down. Saved by Espa. Now played by Cannon. Cannon up to Douglas. Douglas down to Ruiz. Ruiz to Sears. Sears played behind the net by Colton McIsaac. Up to Cannon. Cannon to Cranston. Cranston back to Cannon. Cannon now steps through. Pass to Ruiz at the point. Ruiz to Cranston. Cranston down to Sears. Sears back up to Cranston. Cranston to Cannon. Cannon shot low. Puck is loose. Collected by Cranston. Cranston pass to Cannon. Cannon to Douglas. Douglas shot tipped away in traffic. 26 seconds remaining here on this power play. Cannon to Douglas. Douglas down to Ruiz. Ruiz back up to Cannon. Cannon to Cranston. Cranston shot just high. Kept in by Cannon. Cannon to Cranston. Cranston down to Sears. Sears up to Cranston. Cranston back to Cannon. 6 seconds remaining. Cannon shot, and that will be a save. So with 3 seconds to go on the power play, Dylan Momberket will cover the puck. Dylan Momberket having a decent year. 5 wins to 1 loss with a .332 save percentage. Dylan Momberket, the U15 Hockey Nova Scotia goalie, along with Wolverines goalie Riley Green, who played here last weekend. Pelham, and this power play is over. Great kill there by the Novas. Greenwood down to Zwicker. Zwicker kicks it down. Collected by Frazier. Now to McDonald. McDonald, puck taken by the Gulls. Here's Greenwood with it. Greenwood shot blocked by the Novas. Kennedy now. Kennedy's looking for a play. He chips it up, hits the boards. Momberket plays it to Frazier. Frazier to Dykers. Shot by Zwicker, save. Dykers with it now. Dykers played by Kennedy, and that will be a penalty to the Gulls. Didn't see what happened there. Looks like it's going to Pelham. 2 minutes for interference. Looks like it's a call, so we will get our second look at this Novas power play. Novas power play was thwarted before. See if they can get it again now. Here's McDonald. Pass out to McMullen. McMullen loses it off a stick. McMullen to McDonald. McDonald to McMullen. McMullen Up to McIsaac. McIsaac to McDonald. McDonald through to McDonald. McDonald up to McMullen. McMullen shot tipped in front of the net. Played by McDonald now. McDonald up to McMullen. McMullen to Crawford. Crawford back to McMullen. McMullen shot tipped up. And that will be played out. Greenwood rifles it down the ice, able to kill some time off here. Monmarquette plays puck behind the net. Monmarquette to McMullen. McMullen taking his time with it. McMullen up to McDonald. And that will be offside, it looks like. So we will get a neutral zone face-off with 41 seconds in the period and 53 seconds on the power play. Peoples ties it up. Won by the Gulls. Here's Ruiz, and he rifles it into the Nova's bench. So we will get a offensive zone face-off for the Novas. Ruiz with an absolute rocket into the Nova's bench. So we'll get a face-off here. One back to Frazier. Frazier pass to Purcell, or to McDonald. Now here's Sampson with it. Sampson back to McDonald. McDonald back to Sampson. Sampson down low. Shot. Save. That shot was courtesy of Ryan Peoples. McDonald to Sampson. Sampson. Shot. Tip. Save. McDonald now again with the puck. McDonald to Frazier. Frazier shot. Tipped. And that will do it for the first period. I'm James Brown with Highbend Sports. Don't go away. Okay, so and we are back for the second period of U15 major action. My name is James Brown with Highbend Sports, and the Novas will start with a very short power play before we return to even strength. As here's Crawford with the puck. Crawford shot, saved by Espa. Crawford still with it. Played by Dykers. And that will be an icing. Gulls maybe didn't know that the power play was over. Or the penalty kill for them. So we will get a offensive zone face-off here for the Novas. Face-off wide. Well, the Gulls up. Tries to find Cannon. No good. Kick down to Sampson. Sampson up to Crawford. Crawford. Greenwood. Greenwood gets it. Greenwood tries to find Cannon. Kept in by McMullen. McMullen shot. Saved by Espa, and he covers. As Asher Sampson makes a second effort, but that will be thwarted quickly by Wyatt Espa. For a Gulls group that has been relatively untested this year, or at least in the games I've seen, they have all been mostly blowouts. Having a close game like this is very rare and makes it very exciting. These are two very high-level teams playing some high-level hockey. Puck dropped here One by Crawford. Back to Sampson. Taken away by the Gulls. It's Greenwood. Up to Douglas. Douglas back to Greenwood. Greenwood fans on a shot. Kick back to Jollymore. Jollymore keeps it in. Jollymore down to Douglas. Douglas through. Douglas tries to find Zwicker up front. No good. Taken by Sampson. Sampson down to Zwicker. Zwicker to Kennedy. Kennedy up to Douglas. Douglas shot. Saved by Monmarquette. Saved by Dykers. Ruiz up to Zwicker. Zwicker waiting for it. Zwicker fires. Back. Now here's McMullen with it. McMullen to McDonald. McDonald. Ruiz. Up to Zwicker. Zwicker poked through by Nordine. Nordine digging in. Nordine still with it. Taken away by the Novas. Now here's Austin. Austin shot covered by Espa. I like this Nordine kid. He does not give up on the play. He's only listed at 5'3", 110 pounds, but he is scrappy. And from the Gulls games that I've seen of him, he just does not give up, and I love it. Face-off one here by the Novas. One by McIsaac. McIsaac. Up. Taken by the Gulls. Nordine up to McKinnon. Nordine back up to McKinnon. Nordine to Duggan. Duggan now. Up to McIsaac. McIsaac with the puck behind the net. Taken away by Ruiz. Ruiz fires it up to McKinnon. McKinnon shot by McDonald. Saved by Espa. And we will get a line change here and a Novas offensive zone faceoff. Shots 14-7 for the Novas. Wyatt Espa making a lot of nice saves. He is in his second year. He has a 5-1 record with a .195 save percentage. Last week against the Wolverines, he got a shutout. And won by Calvert. Calvert chipped up. Pelham. Pelham to McDonald. To Jollymore. Jollymore fires it down. To Calvert. Calvert to Pelham. Up to Austin. Austin played behind by Dufour. Dufour. Up to Calvert. Calvert tries to find Pelham. No good. Taken away by McMullen. McMullen shoots it down. McMullen played behind by Espa. Collected by the Gulls. Or Nova's shot. And that net will go off. So we'll have a Nova's offensive zone faceoff. 16:40 to go here in this second period. On the ice for the Novas now, Oliver McMullen, their captain, Hockey Nova Scotia member of the U15 team. Cranston, taken by the Novas. Sampson, up to Sears. Sears, poked through by Cannon. Taken away by the Novas. Comes in Sampson. Ooh. And that will be an icing, so we will have a Gulls offensive zone face-off now here. 16:14 to go here in the second period. And Cranston talking it over with his captain, Miller Cannon. Face-off one, taken away by the Gulls. Here's the Novas, but here's McMullen. Shoots it up. Played by Sampson behind the net. Sampson Cut through to Dykers. Cranston up to Sears. Sears through to Cannon. Nice pass. Cannon broken up though. Nice defensive play by Colin Crawford. McDonald now up. Kept in by Greenwood. Greenwood shot. Save. Cranston. Nice work with the body by Cranston. That puck will be taken away though by Crawford. Or Sears now with it. Sears, and he will take a hit. Looks like 2 minutes for tripping. So the Gulls will get their second power play of the game with 15:25 remaining here in the second. Once again, Gulls not the team you want to be taking penalties against. It's Sears now to take the draw. McMullen pass to Austin, who rifles it down. McIsaac. Ruiz now. Up to Douglas. Douglas to Cannon. Cannon. Down to Sears. Sears. Through. Taken away by McMullen. McMullen up. Dumps it down. Oh, looks like it's a 4-minute tripping penalty called on Lincoln McDonald. So the Gulls will get an extended period of time here on the power play. Cannon to Ruiz. Ruiz to Cranston. Cranston up to McDonald. Cannon. Cannon to Cranston to Ruiz. Ruiz down to Sears. Sears up to Cranston. Cranston to Ruiz. Back to Cranston. Cranston down to Sears. Sears. Through. Just penalty shot, scores! Parker Douglas makes it 2-1 on the power play. And since it was a 4-minute tripping call, the Gulls will remain on the power play for 2 more minutes. After that, the goal there, nice shot by Parker Douglas. The Gulls up 2-1 on their 9th shot. Won by Calvert. Calvert to Noel. Noel. Drop to Kennedy. Kennedy. Up to Pelham. Pelham. Up the boards. Played by the Gulls. It's Frazier. Frazier dumps it down. Played by Espa behind the net. Espa. Kennedy now. Kennedy pass to Pelham. Pelham through to Kennedy now. Kennedy looking for a play. Kennedy pass down to Calvert. Calvert takes a tumble. And that is shot. And that goes into the Gulls bench this time. Perhaps the Nova's getting revenge for the Shea Ruiz shot into their bench. Huh. And we'll have a face-off here in the Gulls offensive zone with 1:10 remaining in this power play. Face-off won by Cranston. Cranston to Sears. Sears to Ruiz. Ruiz to Cranston. Cranston back to Ruiz. Back to Cranston. Cranston down to Sears. Sears to Cranston. Cranston to Cannon. Cannon to Douglas. Douglas shot down. Puck is loose and shot scores! Grayson Sears finds the back of the net to make it 3-1 for the Gulls. 2 quick power play markers in succession have broke this game wide open. Nice shot by Grayson Sears. Now here we go. Carlin to McKinnon. McKinnon up to Nordine. Nordine to McKinnon. McDonald now. Up, coming through to McIsaac, and that will be offside. Yes. 12:42 remaining here in this second period, and we will have a neutral zone face-off. Face-off won by the Novas. Pass back to Gillis. Gillis loses it. McKinnon goes up, and he takes a tumble. Gillis, nice reverse hit there. McDonald now. McDonald. Pass to Duggan. Duggan. We're trying to find Duggan, I guess. I guess I wasn't Duggan. That would be Cohen Frazier, of course. So thanks to the icing, we will have a Gulls offensive zone draw here. Puck to drop. Face-off won by the Novas. Puck kicked in. Here's Gillis with it. Gillis back to McDonald. McDonald down to Frazier. Frazier kept in by Ruiz. Ruiz down to Calvert. Calvert kicks it out. Back to Ruiz. Ruiz shoots it down. Ruiz tries to find Calvert down too hard. Played by McDonald. McDonald pokes up to Johnny Moore shot. Save. Calvert's shot. Puck is loose. Taken by Calvert now. Calvert to Gillis. Gillis to McIsaac. McIsaac up. Taken by Ruiz. And we will have a change here for the Novas. Zwicker now. Zwicker going for it. Zwicker, a couple nice strides here with the puck. Back to Noel. Noel, shot tipped by Ruiz. Cranston through to Noel. Calvert playing the puck in the corner. Calvert up. Taken by Austin. Puck behind the net here. Tries to go for the wraparound. No good. Rebound McMullen. Shot no good. Nice defense there by the Gulls. Now here's Cranston up to Sears. It's always dangerous. Grayson Sears back to Greenwood as he fans on a perfect opportunity there. As the puck behind the net here. Cranston digging. Henneberry to Cannon. Cannon to Cranston. Cranston shot. Hits the mesh. And we will have a Gulls face-off in the offensive zone. Gulls up 3-1, however, still losing the shot game. Novas are still outshooting them 16-12. Despite this quick third period outburst. And or second period outburst, I should say. One back to McDonald. Shot. Save. Greenwood shoots it down. To Zwicker. Zwicker to Jollymore. Jollymore to Douglas. Douglas shot. Save. Played by Greenwood. Greenwood down. Whistle. Looks like it. Cranston. Puck dropped. Taken by McDonald. McDonald up to Sampson. Sampson taken by McIsaac. McIsaac now. Up the boards. Intercepted by Ruiz. Ruiz shoots it down. Taken by Monmarquette. And Monmarquette will elect to pass out. McDonald up. Taken by Kennedy. Kennedy. McDonald. McDonald to Purcell. Kept in by Ruiz. Purcell to McDonald. McDonald up to Sampson. Sampson. Kennedy digs in there. Kennedy pass to Ruiz. Ruiz up to Calvert. Calvert. Calvert coming through. Luca Calvert. Nice opportunity here. Pelham's shot just saved. Luca Calvert now with it. Calvert. Down to Pelham. Pelham. Puck taken away by the Novas. And that will be covered up by Dylan Momborquette. Momborquette, the Hockey Nova Scotia goalie for the U15 team. One of 11 Hockey Nova Scotia players playing in this game today. 6 for the Gulls, 5 for the Novas. Novas up, taken by Dufour. Dufour. Coming through, intercepted by McDonald. McDonald's shot saved by Espa. One of many saves that Espa has made tonight. He has been playing phenomenally. And when you're a top team like the Novas, you're going to be facing that team's best goalie every night. And Espa is proving why he is in the game. As Pelham comes up. Pelham now. Pelham shot saved. Pelham. Pass up to Dufour. Dufour shot. Blocked by Levy. Now here's Austin with it. Austin coming back. Shot to Peoples. Calvert. Calvert up to Pelham. Pelham down to Noel. Noel. Puck taken by the Novas. Here's Pelham. Pelham to McDonald. McDonald shoots it down. Play by Peoples. Peoples poked out. Taken by Calvert. Calvert fans on a pass. Calvert, nice move there by Sampson. Sampson to Frazier. Frazier's shot hits the pads. Dufour tosses it up. And Frazier's unable to keep it in. He will cut the puck. Frazier up to Simpson. 2-on-1 here. Simpson. 3-on-1. Simpson to McConnell. Tic-tac-toe. Shot just hits the post. And it's in. Asher Sampson with his second of the game cuts this lead in half. It is 3-2. Great puck movement by the Novas. They're able to set up a Asher Sampson goal, his 15th of the year and second of the evening. Who's up one here? Crawford. Or Ruiz now. Ruiz. Kick to Zwicker. Zwicker shoves it down. Played by McDonald. McDonald hit by Jollymore. Poked out. Sampson now. Simpson comes through. Zwicker down. To Douglas. Ruiz now. Ruiz shot tipped. By Douglas now. Douglas shot. Sampson. Novas are tripped. Penalty incoming. Momborquette rushing his way to the bench. Sampson coming down. Sampson shot. Save. Cover. And Espa tries to get a dig in there on McMullen after McMullen gets a dig in on him. And with 6:39 to go in the second, we will get a Novas power play. Novas so far yet to capitalize on the man advantage. However, they would be the only ones in this game as the Gulls have a very notable 2 goals scored on 1 penalty. We'll play here. Oh, Frazier. Kick down. Frazier shot up. Played by Momborquette. Momborquette Leaves it for McMullen. Or McDonald. McDonald. Up to Peoples. Peoples. Looks like that is offside. Faisal coming here in the offensive zone. Couple goals, gotta get off the ice first. Peoples, McDonald now. McDonald. Pass. To Frazier. Frazier. Back to McDonald. McDonald to Sampson. Sampson. Shot. Hits the mesh. 1:18 remaining here in this second period. Or in this power play. 5:57 remaining in the period. Gulls have 20 shots, but only 2 goals to show for it. Compared to the Gulls, 3 goals on 15 shots. McDonald now with the puck. McDonald to Simpson. Or Sampson. Shot. Save. Kicked out Greenwood. Out to Sampson. Sampson to McDonald. McDonald. Pass. Shot. Tip. Save. McDonald makes a play here. McDonald to Frazier. Frazier to Sampson. Sampson looking for his third. Drop pass to Peoples. Peoples to the captain, McMullen. McMullen. Down to Peoples. Peoples to McMullen. McMullen. Shot. Save by Espal. Puck is loose. Taken by Greenwood. Greenwood fires it out. Kept in by McMullen. McMullen. Pass to McDonald. McDonald. Shot. Just wide. Rebound by McIsaac. McIsaac. Gulls get it, and they shoot it down. 15 seconds remaining here on the power play. Noah's probably got one more chance here before it goes back to 5-on-5. And McMullen will keep the puck behind the net. McMullen. Up to McIsaac. Back to McMullen. McMullen shot down. Shot down to Crawford. Crawford to McIsaac. McIsaac. Up through to McDonald. McDonald shot. McIsaac shot. Hits the back of the net. McDonald back down to McIsaac. McIsaac, we're back to 5-on-5 hockey, by the way. McIsaac shot save. Crawford to McDonald. McDonald to McIsaac. Down to Ruiz. Ruiz up. Ruiz to Cranston. Less than 4 minutes remaining here in the second. McDonald now. McDonald up front to Crawford. Crawford shot. Saved by Espal. Espal will cover. Peoples shot. Saved by Espal. The puck is loose. Taken away by Greenwood. Greenwood. Pass up. Kept in by Frazier. Frazier. McKinnon intercepts. McKinnon up. Nova's here. Up. Here's Austin. Austin coming through. Shot. Tipped. Just high. Taken by Noel. Noel to Greenwood. Greenwood. Greenwood down to McDonald. McDonald to Austin. Austin to McDonald. Noel. Pass down, played by Marquette. Frazier with it. Frazier to McDonald. McDonald up to Peoples. Played by Noel. Noel up to Pelham. Pelham to Jollymore. Jollymore. Calvert gets it. Calvert. Kept in by Ruiz. Ruiz down to Calvert. Calvert. Up, kept in by Kennedy. Kennedy, shot down. Shot down to Pelham. Pelham to Calvert. Puck taken by McDonald. Here's Kennedy now with it. Kennedy. Up to Pelham. Pelham to Levy. Shoots it down. Played by Kennedy. Kennedy. Sampson. Sampson. Behind the back pass to Duggan. Unable to make anything happen there. Sampson now with the puck. Asher Sampson. Sampson up to McMullen. McMullen shot. Tipped out front. Puck is loose. Crawford tries to put it in. It looks like Espa has it covered. Nice play by Espa. Able to lay down flat and cover that puck. And with 1:32 to go here in the second period, we will have a Nova's offensive zone face-off. Face-off upcoming here. Face-off won by the Novas. Crawford to Sampson. Sampson down to Crawford. Crawford with the puck. Crawford to Sampson. Sampson to McMullen. McMullen to McDonald. Kicked out to Douglas. Douglas. Shot. Save by Monmarquette. Turned away by McDonald. Greenwood. Another shot. Another save by Monmarquette. Less than a minute to go here in this second period. Huge pass up to Crawford. Crawford coming through. Taken away. Here's Pepper shot. Saved by Dykers. Pelham. Or Douglas. Taking Zwicker now. Zwicker tries to keep it in. Ruiz. Ruiz now. Ruiz shot down. Played behind by Monmarquette. Monmarquette back to McMullen. McMullen to Sampson. Sampson up to Peoples. Peoples comes through. Shot just high. Peoples tries to get the rebound. No good. And that net is off, so 15 seconds to go. We will get a offensive zone face-off, perhaps the last face-off before the third and final period. Here to take the draw is Ryland Peoples, playing a lot of minutes here in this second period. Greenwood down to Kennedy. Kennedy up to Cannon. Cannon shoots it down. Played by Frazier. Frazier. Cranston. Kicked out to Greenwood. Greenwood shot. And that will be blocked by McDonald. And that'll do it for the second period. From Highbud Sports, my name is James Bryan. Stick around. I will see you in the third. Welcome back to High Button Sports. My name is James Bryan, bringing you the third period from an action-packed affair at the St. Margaret's Centre in St. Margaret's Bay, Nova Scotia, between the first place Gulls and the third place Novas. And it is 3-2. We're in for an electric finish, as looks like a penalty is already called. Oh no, looks like that's just offside. So with 19:53 to go here in the third, we will get a quick whistle and a quick neutral zone face-off here. Face-off one. Shot down by Sampson. Sampson, puck played by Greenwood. Greenwood to Kennedy. Kennedy up to Zwicker. Zwicker up to Douglas. Douglas shot down. Shot down, played by McMullen. McMullen shot up to Crawford. Crawford coming through up to Dikers. Dikers to Sampson. Shots just wide. McDonald gets it. McDonald to Sampson. Sampson to Jollymore. Jollymore to Douglas. Douglas down to Fraser. To Zwicker. Zwicker now with it. Zwicker shot. Saved by Marquette. Tries to put it through. Ruiz dumps it down. No icing. Takes a weird bounce. McDonald plays it behind the net. Big dog. McDonald to Austin. Austin chips it down. Henneberry now with it. Henneberry. To Ruiz. To Sears. Chips it down. And that will be an icing. So with 18:35 to go in the third period, we will get a offensive zone face-off in the Nova zone. Peoples back to McDonald. McDonald's shot saved by Espa. Face off one by McIsaac. Poke through to Gillis. Gillis up to Pelham. Pelham, McMullen to McDonald. McDonald through. Through down to McMullen. McMullen up to Gillis. Through to McIsaac. McIsaac down to Gillis. Gillis shot. Saved by Espa. At the feet of Calvert. Calvert coming up. Back to Levy. To Pelham now. Pelham. Digging by Henneberry. Henneberry up to McIsaac. Now here comes Levy. Levy to Calvert. Calvert. Down to McDonald. McDonald up to McIsaac. McIsaac getting in. Shot. Save by Espa. Kicked away by Dufour. Here come battle for it on the boards here. Jollymore to Zwicker. Zwicker to Douglas. Back to Zwicker. Zwicker coming through. Zwicker shot. Save. Puts it. Tries to put it in. Another save by Marquette. Open area there in the net for Jack Zwicker to pot one. However, the save is made by Dylan Marquette. A goal which would have been Zwicker's 8th goal of the season. Would have made it his 17th point. 4th on the team. Pass to Greenwood. Greenwood down to Sears. Sears. Pass through to Cannon. Cannon to Peoples. Peoples up Now to Austin. Austin. Up to Peoples. They're digging. Peoples. Coming through. Peoples up to McDonald. McDonald. Back to Peoples. Peoples shot. Saved by Espa. Puck is loose. Greenwood. McDonald now chips it in. Kennedy will play that puck. Kennedy will play it up to Sears. Unfortunate, untimely change here for the Novas. However, they're able to get back. Sears down to Cannon. Cannon up to McDonald. McDonald up to Crawford. Crawford through to Sampson. Sampson through. Sampson down to Zwicker, to Calvert. Calvert coming through. Calvert held up by Frazier. Down to Ruiz. Ruiz to McKinnon. McKinnon shot down. Played behind by Monborquette. Frazier now with it. Frazier up to tries to find Dykers. That puck hits the net. The mesh. So 15:09 remaining here in the third period. We will get a offensive zone face-off. Oh, you can tell by the way I use my walk. I'm a walk. Face-off here in the offensive zone. Johnny Moore. Face-off won by the Novas. Here's Frazier. Back down to McDonald. McDonald. Up. And now here's Crawford. Crawford up front to Dykers. Let's go! Or scores! Dykers. Got a little flustered there. Didn't know what to say. And Avery Dykers off a nice feed from Colin Crawford. And this game is tied with 14:57 to go here in the third period. Crawford with his team leading 14th assist and team leading 23rd point. And now the energy in this arena is completely different. McMullen pass to McDonald. McDonald tries to find Duggan up top, and he does. Duggan coming through. Duggan. Noel now. Noel to Dufour. Dufour up to McKinnon. McKinnon to Calvert. Calvert shot saved by Monborquette. Three hockey game here. Shots are 34-20 for the Novas, and in a game that could have serious implications here on the seeding. The Novas only 3 points back of the Gulls. 3 points, of course, would only be one win. So if the Novas were to win this game in regulation, they would be all tied up in the standings. Cranston. Pass down to Cannon. Cannon. Up to Sampson. Sampson up to Dykers. Dykers to Sampson. Oh, never mind. Sampson. Up to Crawford. Crawford shot. Fans. Crawford. Back to McDonald. Poked free by Sears now. Grayson Sears coming down. Looking for a pass. Sears to Cranston. Cranston shot just high. Picked out by Dykers. Henneberry to Sears. Sears shoots it down. Sears played behind by Monborquette. Dykers plays it. Dykers to Crawford. Crawford to Dykers. Dykers up. Taken away by Kennedy. Kennedy skating in. Played up by the Novas. No penalty here. Puck played by Sampson. Sampson dishes it down. Played by Greenwood now behind the net. Greenwood up to Calvert. Calvert played by Dykers. Dykers up. Up to Frazier. Frazier to Austin. Austin taken away by Greenwood. Greenwood to Calvert. Calvert. Now Calvert's coming in. Calvert to Greenwood. Greenwood down to Pelham. Pelham. To Calvert. Battle here on the boards. They're still going at it. Just over 12 minutes remaining here in this game. Taken away by the Novas. McDonald. Shot down by Levy. Played by Monmarquette behind the net. Monmarquette. Let out to Frazier. Frazier. Dufour. Dufour to Noel. Noel up to Douglas. Douglas. To McDonald now. McDonald with the puck behind the net. McDonald. Up to Duncan. Or Duggan. Duggan to McIsaac. McIsaac coming up now. McIsaac shot. Blocked. McIsaac still with the puck. McIsaac out to McMullen at the point. McMullen shot. Saved by Espa. McDonald gets the rebound. McDonald down to McIsaac. McIsaac loses it. Taken by the Gulls. Now here's Douglas with it. Douglas up to Zwicker. Zwicker. Zwicker dumps it down to Monmarquette. Monmarquette now. Here comes McMullen. McMullen shot down. Ruiz. To Sears. McDonald shot from the point just wide. Kept in by McMullen. Play made on it there by Sampson. Sampson to Crawford, and Crawford will kick it back out to McMullen. McMullen will dump it down. Ruiz plays it up to Sears. Sears now coming. Sears tries to find Cannon, no good. Played by McDonald. McDonald up to Sampson. Sampson to Dykers. Dykers. Crawford tries to keep it in. Crawford. Dykers now. Dykers shoots it down. Played by Ruiz. Ruiz to Sears. Sears shoots up to Monmarquette. Monmarquette to Peepers. Peepers to Austin. Austin to McDonald. McDonald play behind by Kennedy. Kennedy to Greenwood. Greenwood up. Play by Frazier at the blue line. Frazier dumps it down. Played by Kennedy behind the net. Kennedy up to Calvert. Calvert. Face-off here in the Gulls offensive zone. Face-off won by McDonald. McDonald back to Frazier. Frazier up to Sampson. Sampson to Dykers. Dykers coming through. Takes a tumble. Played by Greenwood. Taken away by Sampson. Sampson up to McDonald. McDonald shot. Saved by Espa. Puck is loose. Kicked out by Nordine. Nordine never giving up on it. Yep. McDonald plays back behind the net. Less than 9 minutes to go. Duggan up to Ruiz. Ruiz now. Ruiz up to Douglas. Douglas to Zwicker. Zwicker to McDonald. McDonald down to Zwicker. Zwicker poked away by McIsaac. McIsaac down. Ruiz down now. Up now, Zwicker with it. Zwicker to Jollymore. Jollymore down to Zwicker. Zwicker to Jollymore. Jollymore back to Noel. Noel shot just wide. McMullen tries to fire it up to his teammate. Kept in by Ruiz. Ruiz down to Douglas. Douglas has one already. Shoots and he gets his second. Parker Douglas with a huge goal to put the Gulls up with 7:58 remaining here in this third period. It's 4-3. Beautiful shot by Parker Douglas. Oh man, finding that open area there. Just tucks one right in and he has his second of the day. And it could not have came at a better time. As we have a neutral zone center ice face-off here. Face-off won by the Novas, which I feel like I've said a lot tonight. McDonald taken by Greenwood. Greenwood up to Cannon. To Cannon up to Cranston. Cranston up to Sears. Grayson Sears all alone. Shot scores! Grayson Sears with his 12th of the season. Puts the Gulls up 5-3 quite quickly. And the Gulls are inevitable. Center ice face-off upcoming here. Face-off won by the Novas again. Big surprise. Sampson. Digging for the puck on the boards. Cranston now. Cranston flips it up to McDonald. McDonald to Sampson. Sampson up to Cranston. Cranston to Sears. To Zwicker. Down to Ruiz. Ruiz. Up to Sears. McMullen now with the puck. McMullen. McMullen going for a skate. Here's the captain with the puck. McMullen coming through. McMullen shot just high. Good chance there. Calvert now with it. Calvert taken away by McDonald. Kicked out. Levy. McDonald keeps it in. Shot up. Here's Peoples now. Peoples down to McDonald. McDonald down to Greenwood. Greenwood keeps it in. Greenwood up to Calvert. Calvert to Pelham. Here's Noel with it. Noel up to Noel. Shot. Saved by Marquette. Taken by Frazier. Frazier. Up. Battle for it here. Taken by McDonald. Cutting through now. Here's Pelham. Pelham now. Taken by Frazier. Frazier up to Austin. Austin. Up to Calvert. Calvert. Now down to Zwicker. Zwicker. Shot just wide. 5.5 minutes to go here in this third and final period. Sampson. Down to McDonald. Up to Sampson. Sampson now coming through. Sampson cutting up ice. And that will be offside. Sampson a little slow to get up there. Looks okay. So with 5:14 remaining, we will get a face-off in the offensive zone. Face-off won by the Gulls. Ruiz now. Ruiz up to Zwicker. Seems like whistle for something. 2 minutes for slashing to the Gulls on, looks like Henneberry. So the Novas will get a power play at a much needed time. Face-off one back. Now here's McDonald. McDonald to Frazier. Frazier shot just wide. Played by Peoples. Peoples to Frazier. Frazier to McDonald. McDonald to Sampson. Sampson back out to McDonald. McDonald shot, scores! Alex McDonald scores at a very appropriate time for the Novas, and with 4:43 remaining, they cut this lead in half. They've already come down from 2 goals once in this game. Can they do it again? 4 minutes and 43 seconds left to do so. First place versus third place. Let's go. Pick up one by McMullen. McMullen shot down. Ruiz. Ruiz up to Cannon. Cannon to Cranston. Kept in by McIsaac. McIsaac now. Coming through McIsaac. Backhand shot. Save. Kicked out. Kept in by McMullen. McMullen with it. McMullen out to McIsaac. McIsaac shot. Low. Kept in by Sampson. Sampson down. Taken by Noel. Noel up to Sears. Sears flips it up. McDonald now with it. McDonald says Cannon shot. Saved by Marquette. Cannon still with it. Out to Cranston. Cranston shot. Saved by Cannon. Or saved by Marquette. Cannon kicks it out to Noel at the point. Noel to Ruiz. Ruiz shot. Saved by Marquette. McMullen kicks it out to McIsaac. McIsaac going for a skate now. McIsaac shot. Saved by Espa. McIsaac tries to find McDonald out there. They will have to reset. McDonald with the puck now. McDonald up to McMullen. McMullen shot down. Played by Espa. Espa out to Ruiz. Ruiz down to Douglas. Douglas to Peoples. Peoples. So a shot. Save, and the puck is off, or the net is off. So with 3:08 remaining, we'll put that net back on and we'll get an offensive zone face-off. Perhaps some of the most important 3 minutes of the Nova's season so far, and the Gulls season too, for that matter, so far at least, in the regular season. As it is a 1-goal game between 2 heavyweights in the U15 league, as Greenwood kicks it back to Kennedy. Kennedy up to Zwicker. Zwicker down. Austin now. Austin out to Peoples. Peoples shot. McDonald. McDonald shot blocked by Zwicker. McDonald to Jollymore. Jollymore takes a tumble. Peoples back to McDonald. McDonald to Frazier. Frazier down the ice. 2:30 to go. Douglas up to Zwicker. Now Zwicker's going for a skate. Zwicker gets past Frazier. Zwicker in front to Douglas. Douglas jamming it in. Covered up by Marquette. Douglas still chipping away there after the puck is covered up. Not even trying to chip at the puck. Looks like he's just chipping at the players. 2:27 remaining in the third period of action here. It is a 1-goal game, and the stakes are extremely high. A first place spot on the line here for the Gulls. McDonald. Sears. Kicked back. Crawford now. Crawford through to McMullen. McMullen dumps it down to McIsaac. Sampson retains possession. Sampson with it. Sampson through to McMullen. McMullen shot saved by Espa. Marquette looks like he's expecting to be pulled any second now. Trying to stay ready, willing, and able. And they will call timeout. One minute 56 remaining here in the third period. Marquette is at the bench. 6 attackers on for the Novas. Let's go. Face off one. Henneberry kicks it out. McDonald. McDonald to McMullen. McMullen now. McMullen to Peoples. Oh, dangerous chance there. Played by Austin. Austin down to McMullen. McMullen up to Crawford. Crawford can't get out 6. He's got a nice chance here. Crawford. Nice defensive play by Ruiz. Through. Penalty incoming on the Novas. Unfortunate timing. Looks like that will go to Colin Crawford, the alternate captain. The assistant captain. So we will have a 5-on-4 here. And the Novas already in a 1-goal hole will now have to kill off a penalty as well. Well, there's only a minute 22 left, 4 minutes on the power play. They're not going to be able to kill it off. However, if they do score and it goes into OT, they're going to be on the penalty kill for a good portion of that overtime period. Just an unfortunate mistake here for the Novas. Ruiz to Cranston. Cranston to Cannon. Cannon to Ruiz. Ruiz out front. Taken by McMullen. Cranston to McMullen. McMullen dumps it down. Cannon. McIsaac on that forecheck. Cannon. Dumped down. McDonald gets the puck behind the net. Less than a minute remaining. Cranston. Tipped by Sears. No good. McMullen dumps it down. Play by Espa. Espa. McIsaac going in. Ruiz with it. Kept in by McIsaac. No. So that's offside. Cannon will play the puck. Cannon to Ruiz. Ruiz, net is pulled, 5-on-5. Cannon, 18 seconds remaining. And opportunity here. Net comes off. And with 14.6 remaining, we'll have an offensive zone face-off, 5-on-5. However, there is an empty net on the Nova's side in this 5-4 hockey game. This is a nail biter here. Everyone in this arena is on the edge of their seat watching this game. Peoples. Back to Sampson. Calvert. Calvert dumps it down. And that will be an ice. 7.7 seconds remaining. Gulls will get another offensive zone face-off, perhaps the last call for alcohol here if they want to get a goal. It's a 5-on-5. 7.7 seconds remaining. Peoples, let's face off. McMullen, shot. Espa saves with the glove. 2 seconds remaining. 2 seconds remaining, and unless the Novas can get something off quick here, it looks like the Gulls will come away with this. Will come away with a win here. Face-off won by the Gulls, and that will do it. A huge win here at the St. Margaret Center for the Gulls as they win it 5-4 to extend their lead on the first place position in the Nova Scotia U15 Major Hockey League. From all of us here at High Button Sports, my name is James Bryan. Thank you all for watching. I will see you next time. Goodbye.